You want to hear the Ron Kind?
Yes, let's hear this.
10 years ago, liberal lawyer Ron Kind was elected to Congress, and he's done almost nothing in the Congress since.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, because just about everything he's tried to do has been wrong. Ron Kind voted to take the words "under God" out of the Pledge of Allegiance. He voted to strip the 10 Commandments from our public buildings. Ron Kind repeatedly voted for gay marriage and to force the Boy Scouts to accept homosexual leaders. He even voted to let illegal aliens burn the American flag. For Congress, Ron Kind is the wrong kind.
That's not music.
It's very
The
ominous.
right kind of congressman is Paul R. Nelson. This former Marine is a father of 4 who supports Wisconsin values. Paul R. Nelson will work to stop illegal immigration, to end our dependence on foreign oil, to win the war on terror, and to defend traditional marriage.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Paid for by Paul R. Nelson.
Does that
for
still
Congress.
just make you very happy? I'm Paul R. Nelson. Let it be known, Paul R. Nelson got his ass kicked.
Oh my God!
It
Wrong.
wasn't even close.
Wrong kind. Won by a landslide.
This country wanted the wrong kind.
You know what's so fucking
I'm
funny?
Paul R. Nelson.
These goddamn political ads. Like, when he said he voted to allow illegal aliens to burn the American flag. Now, obviously, there was probably something that said, it's your constitutional right, your freedom of expression and speech to burn the American flag.
Sure.
It's been one of those hot issues for quite a while. But I guess as a symbolic gesture, it is legal to burn the American flag. Tacking on all the other stuff,
right.
It doesn't matter who's burning it.
Of course.
You're not going to get arrested for the sheer act of burning the American flag. So an illegal immigrant could burn the American flag and not be arrested for it. But the bill wasn't, let's allow illegal aliens to burn the American flag.
Of course.
Where do I sign?
Right, of course.
You know, they fucking twist these things around so much.
I have no doubt our listeners are smart enough to understand that.
Yeah.
But there has to be dummies out there that really believe what they just heard in that ad.
Apparently not enough of them because they,
True. But there has to be some, right?
Yeah.
That's not the one we wanted to play, I don't think.
No, I wanted the teen
it
girl
might be this
genitals
one.
and electrodes.
Thank you. Thanks to E-Rock, who let the record state, ran in with the Paul R. Nelson clips, which we love, the mega mix. We got them all.
The ominous music, too, when he's talking about the opponent. And then the bling, ding, ding, bling, ding, happy music comes on.
This is Paul R. Nelson, and you're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
That was really Paul R. Nelson, man. That was the candidate we backed. We endorsed Paul R. Nelson, and he lost by a landslide.
Well, he had his list handed to him.
But E-Rock ran in here with the Paul R. Nelson disc, and which one is checked off, even though we wanted the genital one? Track 3, let the record state. You see right there?
Yep.
And that's not the right track.
No.
I think this one might be, but I'm not even positive.
With our servicemen and women facing death every day, what kind of congressman would try to gut military spending? The wrong kind. Ron Kind. That's right. Congressman Ron Kind is repeatedly voted to deprive our troops of the funding they need to fight for us. But Ron Kind has no trouble spending your money. He would just rather spend it on sex. That's right. Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind...
You get the animals in the back. What do the animals mean?
The wrong.
I want Ed to walk us through this one again.
so great.
Because instead of spending money on cancer research, this was the actual bill. All right, let it play out, and then you fucking walk us through it.
Yeah.
Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind voted to spend your money to study the sex lives of Vietnamese prostitutes. Instead of spending money to study heart disease, Ron Kind spent your money to study the masturbation habits of old men. Ron Kind spent your tax dollars to study something called the bisexual, transgendered, and two-spirited Aleutian Eskimos, whoever they are. Ron Kind even spent your tax dollars to pay teenage girls to watch pornographic movies with probes connected to their genitalia. Ron Kind pays for sex, but not for soldiers. If Ron Kind had better priorities, you wouldn't be having to hear this. Ron Kind is out of touch, and soon he'll be out of Congress.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
Right,
of course
Paul,
you do, Paul.
Thank you,
Wait,
Paul.
so instead of cancer research, instead of, what was the other one? Heart research? Or
Heart research, yeah.
And what was the third? Oh, whatever.
Of soldiers.
Right.
He'd rather sex. What this turned out to be was some kind of grant that was approved to do a sex study. So these weren't separate issues. that came up on a bill. Teenage girls, electrodes, probes, genitals. Let me sign off on this one. What's next? Old people's ball sacks. Let me sign off on that.
Right.
It was just